often we make this mistake. When these masters speak of actionlessness, we think we have to actually give up action. So there's a man in Delhi that I met recently. He has a business of some reasonable standard and has a factory and is reasonably well settled in life with his family and children and all that. Suddenly, he disturbs the whole thing and goes and declares to his wife that I'm selling my factory, I'm moving away from you, and I'm going and taking sannyas in Rishikesh. So the wife came desperately to me saying, please help me. I don't know what has got into my husband. So I spoke to the husband, and this is the misunderstanding he has. He thinks, as most people think, that becoming spiritual means giving up. Giving up your wealth, giving up your factories, your businesses, giving up your families and spouses. How can that be? How can physical giving up anything make a difference to your mind? Spiritual development is about refinement of the mind. What does that have to do with moving away from objects of the world? So, yet they use the word actionlessness like he's using here. What does it mean? See, when you perform an action, whether it is coming here or going to a music concert or going on vacation to South Africa or wherever it is, whatever action you are performing, why are you performing the action? What is the action backed by? Desire, correct. You are performing whatever action you are performing because desire is backing it. You go to a music concert because you have a desire to listen to music. How did you develop the desire for music? Because at some point in time, the thought for music came into your mind. How did the thought come to you? And why did the thought not come to your wife or whoever? Because you have a vasana for music and your other family members do not have that vasana. What is vasana? Vasana is a very subtle concept which is difficult to understand. But in the best way of understanding it is a particular inclination towards a certain thing. It is the precursor to desire. You are vasana is the unsubstantial form of your personality. It's like the blueprint of your personality. It's an inkling towards a particular thing, leaning towards a particular thing. So vasana literally means fragrance. So that vasana comes because of past action. So now you are performing the action because you have a desire for it. Desire has come because of thought. Thought came because you have a vasana. So when he says actionlessness, he means desirelessness, thoughtlessness, vasanalessness, which means the state of perfection, enlightenment, God realization. The formula is human being minus desire equals God. So actionlessness means vasanalessness, means desirelessness, which means you're God. So what he's trying to say is you don't reach that state of enlightenment by giving up action. Nor do you obtain perfection by merely renouncing what you're already doing. That is cowardice. It's very easy to say, you don't get along with your wife, so you say, I'm going to Rishikesh. You don't give up. You don't need to change your environment, your family, your business, your wardrobe. You don't need to change anything about you except your thinking. You need to expand your mind. You need to soar to accommodate a higher vision. That is spiritual growth. It's not about just changing your clothes or moving away from Mumbai to the Himalayas. That doesn't help. So that's what he's saying here. And then you can work at both ends. You work with action, it's called karma yoga. You reduce the number of desires that you have. You work with knowledge, which is far more powerful. You just singe the vasana at its very source. You understand the futility of life.